Alright, so it is raining, but I want to make kind of a little video of what I've been doing in the garden. I won't do it all today, but I did want to point this out in particular. So this is our kind of herb bed. It's mostly for the cats. There's some other herbs in there, but it's largely cat mint. But we had these marigolds come up from last year's seed. And what I've been doing is we love putting marigolds out in the garden. So especially on a day like today when it's so rainy, I've been going in and picking out some of the bigger clumps and transplanting them out to the garden. And that way it can go ahead and get some rain on it and get established. But this is a good way to avoid buying marigolds, because we usually use like 24 at least marigold plants each year, if not more, to go all throughout our garden. And this will really help kind of thin this bed out a little bit, especially this corner right here, which, I mean, you can see the whole garden, the whole bed right here really needs it. But also, you know, these are going to look pretty up here and they'll be wonderful up here, but they will be so useful out in the garden. So that's why I'm going to go ahead and dig some up and put them out in the garden. All right, so here's the clump I just pulled up. This is the last one I'm going to do for today. I already did 3 other ones, but I'm going to put these near our peppers, or at least a couple of our pepper plants right now. So just kind of show you what I've done is I put that one right there. I planted that one today near that pepper. This one's going to go on this side. That one right there was a little one. I don't know if it'll make it or not. It's doing pretty well, actually. And then over by our tomatoes, I have a bunch more. So that one back there I just planted today. And then this one right here I just planted today. But all these other ones I probably planted a few days ago in between the tomatoes. So this will be really good to go ahead and add these in as well. Alright guys, so it's a few days after I recorded the last clip, but it's still raining. And I wanted to take you out and show you the garden. So the garden at nighttime is probably one of my favorite things to do. Going and checking it out. Because it just seems so magical, especially when the fairy lights and stuff come on, which I don't think they'll come on tonight just because it's been raining so much. But I thought I would still kind of show you everything. So it's about 8:20 at night. So this up here is what used to be Caleb's pizza garden. And now it's become kind of mostly catmint. I do have a lemon verbena in a pot back here. These are chrysanthemums over here. I have some miscellaneous things in pots over there that are larger and bushier, like another allspice and I believe a witch hazel that I need to get planted. Little magical fairy gardens hidden back there. My balloon flowers are close to blooming. And then over here we have some pots just with some dill and parsley and basil. And then a cherry tomato. And just to take you around the back, I have this Indian mint over here. So over here we have some beautiful flowers. And we have a cat that is joining us on our walkthrough. And then we have Mexican tarragon. Everything's just so vibrant and pretty. There is a grapevine back here, but at this point I don't think, it's been 2 years with no leaves. I don't think it's going to do anything. This little area is new this year. Usually it's just rocks and stuff and ends up getting grown up with grass. But I have chamomile, lavender, another tomato, lemon balm, and lemongrass. And you'll see a continual theory with the lemon balm. I love it, so it's probably one of the plants that I grow most here besides tomatoes. And for those of you who are wondering, that is corn husk in the yard. We had corn on the cob over the weekend, and so we just threw the husk out in the yard to hopefully decompose and work towards making this area here a nicer space grass-wise. Most of the animals are asleep. The turkey's asleep. The chickens have been put up. So we're going to head to the garden. So this year we really tried to structure our paths and hopefully keep them as paths moving forward. So there's a few different entrance points. There and here are my two favorites. But we have sage planted over here. These beans actually came up from last year, as well as these cucumbers. And you'll also see some little cucamelons that are coming up. I love how magical this little entryway looks, especially when you have the wildflowers over here and then the elderberries over there. But all of these wildflowers are actually from the seeds I threw out last year. So coming around, more wildflowers. My herb bed from last year with the horehound and strawberry mint and bronze fennel. I keep checking it to see if there's any caterpillars on it, but I haven't seen any yet. And then I actually have all these bronze fennel babies coming up that hopefully I'll find a good home for. So lemon balm. I have a couple of peppers on either side of that pot, and then lemon thyme in there and marshmallow. This is the bed I just planted with cilantro, feverfew, and nasturtium. I think I'm going to replace the cilantro with regular thyme. I'm not really a big fan of cilantro in itself, and it's bolted so quickly already. Then that's miscellaneous strawberry pot. So in here I have borage, peppermint, one of 2 peppermint plants, and mugwort, which is gloriously tall. But also you can see in the middle, I have some random plants just coming up. Some more lemon balm that's coming up that I'll repot for myself. But like I said, I love the way our garden is looking. Sugar baby watermelon over here that's temporarily fenced in, mostly so the cats don't get to it or the turkeys if they get out. Some more peppers over here. That's just a miscellaneous bed right now, kind of our compost bed. It has like some broccoli growing up, some potatoes from potato scraps, and a sunflower and stuff. This is a mess of salad greens I've been pulling up for the chickens. This bed over here is a mixture of beets and carrots that we just planted. Then I have a black walnut that grew up wild here that I need to move. I already have one potted up there, and there's a third one there I'm going to do. So this year I've planted it's a cherry tree from my grandfather's house, some flowers. This dogwood I got last year on vacation, and I still haven't potted it anywhere. I still haven't planted it anywhere, but soon. This beautiful plant here is our candy roaster I picked up at the Growing in the Mountains plant sale a few weeks ago. We have a hard time with squash bugs, and I don't know if this plant is actually going to do well or not, but we weren't going to grow any squash or zucchini or pumpkins or anything this year, but I just can't help myself. I'm still just hoping that maybe we'll figure out some magic solution. So in this area, these are peanuts that were left over from last year that came up from things I didn't pull up. Yes, more tomatoes. And right over there is our single eggplant. We love tomatoes. We will eventually cage them up. We have this poor tomato that has been looking very sickly. It's the only one. And I don't know if it's bacterial, which I hope not, or if it's just something with the nutrients. So I've been trying to work on it because it does have tomatoes, and the new growth looks fairly nice. If you know what it is, leave a comment, or if you have an idea. This is the corner I'm proudest of because it is absolutely beautiful. 2 elderberries. We got a butterfly bush in the back, allspice. We got yarrow, and it's just an absolutely beautiful corner. I love it. This corner over here is a work in progress. We have a hornbeam over there, valerian. We got 2 rhubarbs, hosta. And we got a flowering plant over here. Our asparagus patch is looking wild. It's starting to get a little dark on me, so I don't think I'll take you to the orchard, but there you can see it. And you can also see kind of the slope of our land because I'm holding this fairly steady. Out here is the beehive. The bees are doing great. I checked them the other day. I actually found a bee on the echinacea over there that got stuck in the rain. So I brought it to the hive and put it in. And there was definitely guard bees there to greet me. So we just have miscellaneous plants, mostly flowering things out here. Echinacea, we got lamb's ear, lilac over there. Some various flowers. I'm really excited about this one. That is Japanese indigo, so I'm excited about that. The plant that the cat is out there touching is bee balm. I also have foxglove. My foxglove from last year for some reason died, so I decided to start it again. So it's looking good out here so far. And then another lavender. We got our fig, elephant ears. Again, as I'm planting, I'm trying to take into consideration the natural paths that I take now. So that will be kind of a circled off area. Then there will be a path there and leading that way. And then coming behind the beehive and exiting this way. Then I got my roses. So I have 2 up front roses. And then I have my climbing rose around back. And these are Violet's Pride from Heirloom Roses, and they smell amazing. And then as the cat is showing, here is my climbing rose. So at some point I am going to make a structure for it. Maybe this year. I think I still have a little bit longer before I need to. But I envision this covering this all right here and then ending up with another bush over on that end. And I think that would be absolutely beautiful. All right, so like I said, it's a beautiful night. It's a little rainy and wet, and I'm gonna head back to the house. So thank you for joining me on this walkthrough. And I can't wait to show you our garden as it progresses. All right, good night, everyone.